That way he can
Hey y'all, this is your Main Man Fode.
Main Man Beed here.
Come on in the camera here, Beed.
Oh, hey.
So we're here at the San Diego Sabers first national tournament at IGC 2018, the inaugural year of IGC. I'm going to pop you guys into the fights real quick. So here we go. This is the first fight.
First fight. Who we got here?
Andre Marquis and Nick Richardson.
Andre Marquis and Nick Richardson. Nick Richardson from Knights of the New Order, Cotno in Palm Springs?
Palm Desert.
Palm Desert, California.
I feel like I'm on ESPN right now.
Go away.
All right, yeah. First live stream here. So.
Yep, we're doing our best over here.
I guess not quite live, so that would mean we had internet, but.
And we have judging today. We have Loring and Nick. Vic, I'm sorry. Good hit.
All right, good hit, good hit, good hit.
And Andre has been training for a couple years now. Is Andre a Padawan?
He's a Padawan to Dennis.
That's right. To Knight Dennis, who is also going to be fighting tonight. A little bit of blade work going on now. We've been here at IGC, most obviously, and
Coming at you live from San Diego.
yeah. So Eric, the Battle Master, in the corner here. You can't see him yet. We will put him on camera later on. The Battle Master. He's been training quite a long time, proficient in all 7 forms.
Yeah, he's an asset too.
Obvi.
Old Fode here got wrecked by the Battle Master. Oh, nice little hit there.
Couple of volleys back and forth. It's like little Makashi versus Makashi, it looks like. Shicho from Andre. A one-handed Shicho. Not at the moment, obviously.
All right, kind of feeling each other out here. All right.
Nick with the green gloves and the green blade. Andre with the purple blade and the black gloves.
And the scary mask.
Yeah, I love the scary mask. Make sure you guys check out the InterGalactiCon San Diego website and social media. InterGalactiConSD.com. And all the cool stuff that was happening today.
So much cool stuff.
Lots of cool stuff.
Oh. Now this is very interesting. I've never seen a professional lightsaber fight like this.
Professional without getting paid to do it.
No. Yeah. Taking it very seriously, as they should.
Very good. Very good. Now, we didn't have much of a intro. We'll get there in the next fight. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty going on today to get everything set up, but we're doing okay.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Doing okay.
It wouldn't be StarBQ if we didn't have some sort of technical
Would not be
difficulty.
StarBQ if we didn't fuck up. Ooh. So you can see Vic in the corner there on the left and Loring on the right. Eric is right in front of the camera here, so he wanted to make sure he was out of the way of the camera. Showcase the fighters as much as we can.
Vic looking very serious with the unicorn horn on his head.
Now, Katie, 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 you're a Padawan as well, correct? And
Andre 3.
sorry, we distracted her.
All right, so we just got a score on the match. We got Andre with 3 points and Nick with 6.
And what is the maximum score per round?
We're doing 10.
10. Okay, thank you, Katie.
Playing 10.
Traditionally, it's 5. We're doing 10.
Okay, so Katie just said they usually do 5 points. They're doing 10 tonight. It's going to be an interesting night. We've got 14 fighters, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Good hit to the hands.
Now I'm looking around. We have a pretty decent crowd here. It's come to see the lightsaber tournament.
Yeah. people bobbing around. We got lots of San Diego Sabers crew here.
Oh, yeah. Good turnout from the SDS group.
I hope y'all are catching this. We're a little new to this live stream thing, so we're doing our best here, but I think we're doing okay. Kind of feeling each other out. A little bit of voiding.
Oop.
Voiding meaning swinging past or around the blades. Basically no contact. They seem to be having fun. You know, everybody's friends, obviously, but they seem to really be having fun. You can see the fencing style of Nick. Got a background in Olympic fencing.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware of that.
So does Eric. Mm.
This will be match point for next.
And you see Andre hold up his hand. They're very good about honoring hits here, calling each other's hits.
Right. And now this is going to be match point in Nick's favor.
Ooh. Well done. Well done. Nick
right.
takes the match.
That
What's the
is
final
our
score,
first
Katie?
match.
Andre 6, Nick 10.
Andre 6, Nick 10. Very nice for Andre. Andre just won the lower division of their last tournament. So now he's fighting with the upper division, and actually pretty good showing. I had the pleasure of sparring with Andre twice, and it's a lot of fun to spar with.
Yeah.
You know, and really excellent at picking his shots on the transition back to us. Look at us, it's the main men right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Really good at transitioning his shots, at picking his shots on hands. You know, so I got hit in the hands a couple times by him, and it made me definitely control my blade a little better. So I like that.
All right.
And looks like we've got Richard from Sin City Sabers, and Robert, member of the High Council of San Diego Sabers, and Padawan or acolyte to Doug, who is their resident Sith Lord. And Doug will be fighting later on. Robert is a very precise Makashi stylist, and Richard is pretty new to the lightsaber game, but he is diving in whole heart. Nice little pick off.
Yeah, looks like we got first point going.
Very
to
nice. Blood drawn.
Robert.
Blood drawn. Very good. I always like seeing a green blade. Ooh.
You are a fan of the green blade.
No point. Robert's very loose, very comfortable out there.
Yeah.
And I had the
Sound like he's been doing this for a while.
I had the pleasure of sparring with Robert earlier with the foam sabers, and that was really fun. He's
You guys look like you were having some fun.
yeah,
there.
he's a very dynamic fighter too. Very dynamic. This is a tough first fight for Richard. But like I said, man, he's in it to win it, at least until they say otherwise.
So that was another point going to Robert.
Robert's using a straight hilt tonight. Is that his standard hilt? Yes and no, we hear. Okay. Very relaxed from Robert. Very relaxed. The one thing that I'm hoping that doesn't happen for Richard is that he doesn't get frustrated by this. You know, when you get hit a couple times, it can frustrate you. Oh, interesting.
Another point going to Robert.
We'll get a score update here in a minute. Oh, nice. Richard's on the board. Very good. Nice thrust to the body. So our plan was to actually do this live, but the hotel internet hates us.
1 Richard, Robert 6.
6-1 in favor of Robert. The hotel hates us on Wi-Fi, so this will be back up as soon as we're done. We're going to set it up on the streams. So you'll be able to find it on StarBQ page. You'll be able to find it on InterGalactiCon. You'll be able to find it on San Diego Sabers. And this is pretty exciting because this is the first real national tournament that these guys have had. We've got people from Las Vegas. No point there. We've got people from Las Vegas, obviously. We've got Phoenix in the house. We got your main men from Delaware. We're not competing, but we're participating. It's very exciting.
In a way.
Alan Venable from Phoenix and his apprentice Kenny going to be in here tonight.
Real nice guy, that.
Yeah,
Alan.
yeah. He runs Phoenix Sabers and lots of sabery stuff in Arizona. So if you're around there, you should check out Alan Venable. And if you're around here, why haven't you checked out San Diego Sabers yet? Very good. Richard's getting some points up. This is Richard's first tournament of this caliber, so he's doing okay here.
Got another point for Robert.
I like that little flourish. That was cool. If you're going to fight, fight in style.
Robert's inching in closer there.
Robert's got very minimal armor. Even the t-shirt and shorts. He does have the one arm pad on the lead arm there. Yeah, the knee pads are definitely useful.
Yeah, you don't want to get whacked by a saber on the shin. I've been there, and it hurts.
One of the things I really love about San Diego Sabers is their gear policy is inclusive. You don't have to have a $1,000 set of armor just to spar with these guys.
This will be match point for Robert.
Match point for Robert. Very good. Very good. Ooh.
Let's see. And
Very nice. All right. Good job.
Very good.
Excellent fight. They looked like they had a blast out there.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Richard had 4, Robert had 10.
So that was final score 10-4 in favor of Robert. 4 points. Well done, Richard. And who do we have coming up next, Miss Katie?
John from San Diego Sabers, who's in Night Rank, and Tony from Lightspeed Sabers.
Okay. John from San Diego Sabers and Tony from Lightspeed Saber League. Another sabery group out here in California. More of a fencing group, but he is in tonight. They use super lightweight blades and Lightspeed, part of the name and everything. And it'll be what's his name? I'm sorry.
John and Tony.
Tony.
From Lightspeed.
It'll be Tony's first tournament with the heavy grade blade and everything, as far as we know. The difference, in case you don't know, between one of those super lightweight blades and a heavy grade blade, it's obscene. The lightweight blades are basically flimsy sticks of thin plastic, and the heavy grade blade's a real sword. So, and you guys require heavy grade for everything, don't you?
Yes, we don't use anything else.
It's because they have standards, people. You may hear me reference to Katie next to me, and we'll get Katie on camera too at some point because we like Katie.
We do like Katie.
Katie taught a hell of a class in Shicho the other night. I had the privilege to sit in, bop around with them a little bit. So
Yeah, I got a few videos of that. Maybe we can pop that up.
yeah,
Doing the little box training drill.
yeah.
That looked
That
like
was
you were
fun.
having some fun there.
Yeah, I was having a lot of fun. We got David Friskhorn from the Cocky Cockpit in the house.
Yes. Say hi, David.
Yo, know me. You know what I got?
David did an awesome Skywalker Family Feud game show at IGC today. That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
he had the 5-0 first up there as the dark side versus the Rebel Legion and some other homies as the light side. Here's David. Pop in here. Get in the middle here.
He's got an excellent R2-D2 suit on.
David
that
from the Cocky
everybody needs
Cockpit.
to see.
Hashtag get cocky.
All right. Sorry, I just want to check out your
Hey,
live.
man.
You
We're,
and
we're,
Dennis.
we're not live.
Oh, you're not?
The Wi-Fi doesn't like us. So we're going to record and repost.
It's all good.
All right, so we got match number 3 going on here.
David does a lot of streaming. John's on the right here. Tony on the left. John with the blue blade and the dreadlocks. John's a very dynamic fighter. I liked watching him fight the other night.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen Tony fight yet, but he just got the first point. Blood drawn. Well done. John has a way of sort of like warming up. He almost looks like he's not doing anything for a second, and then he'll cut you in half real quick. Looks like 1-1. Between matches, we'll talk a little bit about the 7 forms some more, but San Diego Sabers is one of the groups that truly does teach 7 styles of lightsaber combat. Now, if you know anything about Form 7, you know it's not to be trifled with. So they don't just willy-nilly be teaching Form 7, but they do have a system for all 7 forms, and they really, as far as I'm concerned, they're really accurate to the way that the 7 forms are portrayed.
I mean, yeah, you would know more the, you know.
Well, you know, it's tough
real
because you're
martial
basically
arts
building
aspect.
these martial arts out of just a few words on a page.
Hey,
you know?
Steve.
This is Steve Kirk,
Hi.
our main man from San Diego Sabers and the founder of InterGalactiCon, F7 Productions. You need to listen to San Diego Sabers radio podcast. Steve, pull up a chair, man. Secret squirrel badge.
Secret squirrel badge.
So, Steve, we're just recording. We're going to repost it later. Wi-Fi doesn't like us. They've heard us say that enough. It's all good.
What are you
It's
going
all
to do?
good. I am sorry to our Facebook people who didn't get it, who were, I know we had some homies on standby waiting to see it. We'll make sure we get it to you as soon as we can. That was interesting, little volley. It's a good little volley going on there. What's our score, Katie?
4 Tony, John 3.
4-3 in favor of Tony.
It's one of our more evenly matched matches.
You can
That
see
makes
just
sense.
by John's body language, the way he sort of, it's almost like a drunken master kind of a thing, you know?
I was just going to say that.
Also really tired.
We won't put that part on.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Very dynamic, both of them.
he's dead!
Hand hit. So you can't see Eric's scoring right now, but he actually disagreed with the other 2 judges. And there's a very important thing about judging. It is, you have to be firm in your decision. If you think somebody hit somebody, you got to be firm in your decision. You can't just, you know, fuck around and be all, hey, I think maybe I hit him, or maybe he did this and that. No, you have to be,
gotta
boom,
make your
that's it.
call.
Yeah, you have to. And even if you're wrong, it's what you saw. And if you didn't see it, you don't call it. You know, that's a very important thing. So clearly what Eric saw was different, but, you know, 2 out of 3 judges agree, you got to give it to the 2.
Yep.
And that's a testament to the way that they judge. So IGC has been a blast today, and this is, oh, very nice. Way to capitalize on that opportunity there. A little stumble. Way to capitalize. This is a hell of a way to sort of round out the night. There is a cosplay contest going on right now, too, but we don't care about that as much. No, we do. We totally do. Marina from San Diego Sabers is judging that, too. So.
All right. All right.
And I don't know if John's using a 36-inch blade, but I can see Tony totally is. Might be a 32, you said, Katie?
No, Eric measured it, so it should be a...
Okay. So it is a full-length 36-inch blade. Interesting opportunity.
This will be match point.
Match point in favor of Match point in favor of John, 9-7. John. Wow. These guys are like in and out, you know. Very nice. John takes the match, 10-7.
Very good.
Yeah.
Hey, you are on deck.
Not bad
You're
for
actually on
just
right
getting
now.
here. Just kind of rolling out of, yeah, we could say it. Just kind of rolling out of bed. Very good. A strong showing by Tony, though.
Yeah.
We have Battlemaster Eric over here. Eric, say hi. Hello there.
Hello there.
Indeed. So if you guys get a chance, you should totally check out San Diego Sabers radio podcast, sandiegosabers.net. Eric and Robert and Steve have a great show, and every once in a while, a couple of their knights and Padawans jump on and they do a show, luring the judge with the on the right with the ponytail. He does that that podcast. They call it "I Have a Bad Feeling About This," and they do it about once a month. We got May on the right here from San Diego Sabers, and I don't know who May's fighting yet. Oh, Dennis. Okay, I didn't see him over there. Dennis is knight, and Dennis is the Shicho purist in the group. So I hope you guys can see everything. Having a blast. So, you know, if you're not really used to looking at the stuff, it's kind of hard to tell what the forms are. And then earlier when I mentioned that Andre was using Makashi, it was because I was seeing the linear footwork with the one hand. But one thing to know about the 7 forms is that they are kind of subjective. You know, every lightsaber school that teaches them a little differently. So, you know, what I might see as Makashi in the way they teach Shicho here, it might be a, you know, just a flavor on it. So, but it's interesting to learn everybody's ways of doing it. Very athletic fighting from May.
Oh yeah.
Looking stylish while she does it.
Yeah, some of these, you know, looking around some of these, you know, armored costumes are pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not fucking around. A lot of people really put some effort into their costumes or their armor. Like Dennis's armor is real sharp looking. It's not really armor. He's got armor under there. You can see the way that Dennis kind of, like right away, goes to take the first step forward, you know.
All right.
Katie, what forms does May train in or form? What form does May train in?
She's an Atari user.
You could tell by the athleticism of her fighting and the way she uses her levels up and down. Ataru is a very aggressive form. That it is the aggression form, the way of the hawk bat.
So that was another point for May there.
Ooh. We'll get a score update here after this volley. Ooh. That was excellent timing by Dennis.
Down.
I mean, she had a little slip up, but that was excellent timing by Dennis. You know, there's one thing about, like, when you go for a leg shot, your head is super vulnerable. So that was really good technical fighting from Dennis. Ooh, hand hit. Yeah, indubitably for May.
Ooh.
Mm.
That's right. That was my hobbit.
This is really cool. So when you drop your hilt, you got to do 10 squats. Although during the fight, I don't think they're going to make her do that.
Doesn't look like it.
Especially not in that outfit, maybe. I'm going to pop the clip on real quick while I put up our hashtags here.
Ooh.
Who got that one? So if we seem like a little dry at times, it's because it really is just as fun for us to watch right now as for you guys. There it is again, that timing on the headshot.
We also
You know,
have not been drinking to our usual standards.
Not yet. We'll get there.
Yeah, we have a little
We'll talk about that too.
event after party.
Yep.
After,
You know, May seems to be in great spirits no matter what's happening.
Yeah.
7 Dennis, 6 May.
Ooh.
7-6 in favor of Dennis.
Neck and neck here.
3 points to win. 4 for May. You can see on the side of May's helmet they have the celebration 40th anniversary sticker for San Diego Sabers, where it looks like the patch. I love it. It's got the SDS logo with the Star Wars Celebration 40th anniversary logo on it.
And so it is tied up at 7 here.
She's almost like, almost playing with him, you know? She's having a lot of fun. I like that.
I mean, what's the point if you're not having fun?
Well, I mean, there's no money on the line. It's all about bragging rights at the end of this. Oh. Dennis is using an interesting technique, and I actually hate using it myself, but there's no doubt that it really is good to score points, where you take your dominant hand or the top hand off the hilt and extend with the pommel hand. You see it again right there. It does give you some extra range, but you definitely lose control on it. Match point for Dennis.
7.
I'm going to put this up real quick.
2.
It is 9-7.
Love you.
Let's see what happens here. Oop. All right, no point there. All right, switching sides here.
Very good.
9-8.
9-8. This close match. Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, she snuck that hand shot in very fast. Very nice. Very nice.
getting
Anybody's
close
game.
here.
Match point either way. 9-9. This is intense.
Oh boy.
I can't get over how much fun she's having. It makes me have more fun. Looks like Dennis got that one, but we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Oh,
Oh, they disagree.
no point.
No point. Now, one important thing to remember is that a simultaneous hit is not good for anybody, right? You're both dead, dismembered. So here at San Diego Sabers, they do not count simultaneous hits.
All right.
Nobody gets a point for that. Or do you guys have deductive tunnels?
No.
Okay. Mmm. That was excellent.
That's-
Very nice.
that was
I like the
a-
way he manipulated the blade. It's a little Form 5-y.
That was a really fun match.
That was excellent fun.
Oh,
You know, and
good sports,
Doug,
all
you're
smiles
up.
here.
Yep. Alan, you're up.
the nice thing
Alan is up.
is that you could see, like, just then, for the way that I teach Sabers, that way that he manipulated the blade before coming in with that chop, for me that would have been very Form 5. So, Gemso, which is the Anakin Skywalker form, as if you will.
Yeah, I think it's Doug and Alan, and then Jonathan and Kenny on deck. No. You still have some time. Get some rest. Get some more.
It's all good. Your crotch is in the camera, but I'm not mad about it. I don't think they are either.
I said Jonathan and Kenny.
And right away, we're going into the next one. This is
It's like
Doug on the right versus Alan Venable from Phoenix Sabers on the left. And Doug is Robert's Sith Master. We mentioned that before. Doug is a very, very Makashi-centric fighter. And you can see by the way he stuffed his hand behind his back just then.
This is Alan on the left.
Alan's on the left there.
He's got some pretty awesome looking armor there.
Yeah, he modeled after Cyrax, I believe, from Mortal Kombat.
Mine on the thing.
That's interesting. That right there was all perspective. It looked like to me Alan hit first, but again, what the judges see is what the judges see.
So that was Alan that time.
Alan's on the board. Now, Alan has fought in tournaments like this before, but he has a very extensive martial arts background.
Ooh.
Looked like Alan hit just a hair ahead. No point. Oh.
Give it to Doug there.
Yeah.
Point Alan. Ooh.
Point to Alan.
Yeah, they're both just going right for it.
Yeah, it's not not a lot of like back and forth going on. That was one of the longest volleys that we've seen actually. And now it's got an interesting grip all the way down towards the pommel there.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said Alan's grip down there close to the pommel was very interesting.
Yeah, whereas Doug is
He's all the way
pretty much
choked
all
up.
the way up
Yeah.
there.
It's sort of very like ooh. Looks like Alan got that one.
I'm assuming Alan's holding it that way to give him a little bit of
Extra range, yeah, because Doug is a significant height over him. I understand that. Alan and I are very close in height, so I haven't sparred Doug yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Doug's a lot of fun, and he's on, like we mentioned earlier, I have a bad feeling about this, which is their special edition once a month San Diego Sabers show. Everybody around's having a good time. We'll get a shot of the crowd later, but man, lots of people having a good time.
a lot of smiles.
We're going to get Jeremy over here. Jeremy is a seasoning to be a battle master eventually. Excellent, excellent sword fighter.
Real fun guy.
Yeah, very fun guy. He's such a fun guy. He's a mushroom.
Hey there, Jeremy.
Jeremy, get in here. Come between us.
Say hi.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Good. Come watch us fight with us. Oh, Alan takes the match.
All right.
Jeremy, come watch the next one with us, man. That was an interesting fight.
I only caught a little bit of it. I just got back.
It was
Oh,
very,
really?
very fast. Like, not very much volume going on, you know. We're gonna jump right back into us real quick.
So who do we have here?
Oh, shit. Got to get out of us. Back to you guys. Who do we have here, Jeremy?
I'm Jeremy. I'm one of the Knights at San Diego Sabers. I've been with San Diego Sabers since like May of 2016. Yeah, May of 2016 sounds about right.
Well,
You've been training martial arts a long time as well, correct?
That's correct, yeah. Probably over 20 years of various martial arts experience, different forms, different types.
So, you and I were talking a little bit earlier. You said you're a Form 6 specialist. That's sort of your go-to, which is interesting because the definition of Form 6 is that it's not really a go-to of anything.
Right, exactly, yeah. Because of all the different disciplines I've trained, I have a wide variety of experience, so I've learned a bunch of different things that I can use in Sabers in very different ways. Right. So.
Form 6 is cool. It allows you to really experiment
Exactly. Yeah, you kind of find the weakness of your opponent. It's kind of like the way of water. So
Right.
whatever is the path of
Well,
most
like that.
resistance.
Very Bruce Lee of you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So it's like basically like whatever is hard to use against the person, you use something else and find out what is the easiest thing to use against someone. So whatever form that is, whatever style, whatever mindset that is, you just switch it up in the middle of your fight and use it. So I use a little bit of Makashi, a little bit of Otaru, a little bit of Suretsu, and Gemso, whatever I need.
Yeah, you Atari'd my arm to all hell earlier.
Yeah, you should see Fode's.
I got a nice saber slash on my arm.
Got a couple welts back there.
So we didn't even mention who's fighting. We have Kenny on the left, who is Alan's apprentice in Phoenix, and Jeremy. Do you know who's on the right?
I think that's Jonathan. I'm not sure. He's one of Eric's Padawans.
Katie's nodding her head.
Yeah. And do you know how long Jonathan's been training?
I want to say 6 months. Yeah, couple 6 months about.
Cool.
Yeah, he was also a gymnast.
Oh, okay.
In a previous life.
Yeah,
In
that's
a
cool.
previous life.
Yeah. In his youth.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
interesting grip switch there.
Yeah.
What's the score we have here?
Hey, Jeremy, thanks for joining us, man. Come back later.
I will. Yeah.
Enjoy the fights.
All right, we'll do.
Jeremy is good people.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's also head of security for IGC today.
Yeah, not a whole lot of securing to do, but
That's why we were able to fight earlier.
yeah.
Kenny's very kung fu right now, and I'm kind of enjoying watching it.
Yeah. He's definitely a smaller guy. He got that point.
I like his stance. You know what they say? Fight in style.
Is that what they say?
That's what I say. So what is the rule if the saber deactivates on a hit, Katie?
If the saber deactivates, before the strike is hit,
Okay. Eric just explained it. So if the saber turns off before it's hit, it's an inactivated saber, so it's almost like the blade is not there. So they basically, you break at that point.
yeah. So
Yeah. But that one was deactivated because of the hit, so.
Fair game.
Kenny's got the Darth Maul mask. He was painted up with Darth Maul today. He had the skull cap. And he's using the half hilt Darth Maul style saber.
Yeah. He's looking good.
Yeah.
He was playing some of that Star Wars Family Feud.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Glad we sat in on that.
Yeah.
Would have been fun to participate.
You know what I thought was going to be an obvious answer, and Alan answered it. One of the questions was something other than fighting with a lightsaber that Obi-Wan Kenobi would be good at. And right away I looked at Bede and I was like, drinking. And Alan was like, hanging out at a bar. And would you believe, even though he pretty much drinks in every Star Wars movie, nobody said it. 0 on the survey. Crazy.
Isn't it just
He doesn't in episode 1. Oh no, he does. He drinks tea.
oh, well, it's not alcoholic.
It's true. It's not an alcoholic beverage. But he is a fan of the Jawa juice. We know that.
Is that alcoholic?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
At Dex's?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know they served booze there.
You saw how happy he was to say yes to that. You want a cup of Java juice? Oh, yes, please. Score update, please.
4 Kenny, 8 Jonathan.
8-4, Jonathan on the right with 8, Kenny with 4.
Ooh.
You see them like tapping parts of their body, or they'll wiggle a finger or something. It's all about honesty. They're calling their hits. They're making sure that they are courteous to the other fighter, because nobody wants to win against the cheater or lose against the cheater. They want to have a fair fight, period.
This will be match point for Jonathan.
Match point for Jonathan, 9-4. And this is a single elimination tournament. So as we go down the bracket here, Ooh. Looked like another simul, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
No point.
No point.
No point. This is actually a pretty long match. It looks like there's a lot of no points. Ooh.
I would be a bad judge.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Good thing you're not judging.
Yeah. All right. So
All right.
Jonathan
Takes it. I like this salute at the end, too.
Yeah. It's all about good sportsmanship.
That's what it's about. They hug, and they move on.
Next
We're going to
is
go back
John
in.
and Noah.
So we're going to have John and Noah. John from San Diego Sabers again in his second fight tonight, and Noah from Lightspeed. Lightspeed, correct?
Lightspeed.
Yep. And Noah did not fight yet.
No, he had a bye.
Right. He had a bye, so this will be his first fight and John's second. Ooh, yeah, we need to get that on screen. Check this out, y'all. The San Diego Sabers trophy. InterGalactiCon San Diego. Looks very good. National Tournament 2018. A little different font than the one that I have there. Let's see if I can hold it against my black shoulder here. That's all right. We'll get back to it. That's a sick trophy, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the best trophy.
Yeah, Steve Kirk again. Coming in with the clutchness.
What a guy.
All right, let's transition. Oh, no, we'll wait till John gets back out there. So if you guys are watching this, make sure you share it, repost it, re-nerd it out, and go ahead and use the hashtag IGC 2018 for InterGalactiCon 2018. You can use the hashtag SD Sabers, and you can use the hashtag Think With Your Stomach if you loved our StarBQing. We're not quite as vulgar as we usually are, but
Yeah,
we're trying to tone it down just a little for these
we
guys.
have a lot of people around.
I'm still saying the fuck word, but
Quietly.
quietly. Loudly into the microphone. Ooh, ooh. John's real close to the edge of the ring there.
Yeah, no, it kind of
Looks like they just reset without calling anything. Ooh,
So it looks like Noah's rocking the curved hilt there.
very aggressive. Very aggressive. Ooh. I was going to say that looked like a really well-timed thrust from John, and he gets the point.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Good point.
Yeah, John's timing is really good.
Yeah.
He's done Muay Thai.
Oh, okay. So he knows how to box, which is all about timing. He's a Muay Thai, or was a Muay Thai practitioner at least. Ooh. And I guess that's kind of where his loose stance comes from too, because if you know, or if you've ever seen a Muay Thai fighter, their stance is very tall and narrow and loose as hell, relaxed as hell, because you're going to be taking some elbows today, you know?
You know?
I like the white blade. I know Eric prefers the white blade. It really looks sharp, yeah. It's bright as hell. Ooh, good headshot.
He's really cleaving that right
Yeah.
shoulder of Noah's.
Yeah. He's deceptive. You know, I think... Ooh. I think... Noah's getting a little frustrated. I appreciate that. Eric just told him to check their power. The thing about power with a lightsaber is you don't really need it. It's a lightsaber. As soon as it touches you, it cuts. So for these guys, even though they're not against using some power, what they're really trying to do is say, be technical. Use your forms.
Yeah.
Use the stuff we're teaching you.
It's not about beating them down.
No. No. It's about beating them well. Man.
Wow, he really lured him in there.
Yeah, he's doing that to him. He's fishing. Patience. Really patient. Oh. No. Yeah. Very quick about his decisions, Eric. You'll see Loring clap when he sees a point. Loring has a background in Kaji Kenbo, which is nicknamed Hawaiian Dirty Boxing, but it's a form of karate. So he's been in the sparring world a long time. You could see the efficiency that he calls with.
Back to what we were saying earlier about being, decisive.
Decisive, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes from training well too.
This will be match
Loring
point
is a
for
knight,
John.
very proficient in Makashi, Shicho, and Gemso.
All right, so this is a match point for John.
So, ooh, looks like John might have it.
Yep.
Match to John.
Right.
Very nice, very nice. And they hug.
Yep.
Very good.
Well done by both of them.
Yeah. You get in there and they say go. They're not going to not say go. So you got to deal. You got to deal.
So
Katie, what was the final score?
Final score was 4-10.
4-10. 10 for John. And who do we have next?
We got Nick and Robert coming up next.
Oh, Nick from Cotno, Robert from San Diego Sabers. Second match for each of them. Nick did pretty well in his first match against Andre. And you're going to see two different takes on on Makashi. Nick, being a fencer, is pretty firmly rooted in what I would consider Makashi. But Robert's Makashi is very, very proficient. Good shot to the face there. That was almost a Shicho strike, too. It's a little wide, but it was good. Ooh, looks like he got hit on the hand. Another two guys who really have fun. You can tell just the way they're sort of moving, but they take it seriously, competitive. And,
So I think that's going to be 2-1 in favor of Nick.
very nice. Very nice.
This is also looking to be another very evenly matched bout here.
Ooh.
Just a little
Yep.
bop on the head.
Little bop on the head right before. The timing has been really fun to watch. Ooh, yeah. Looks like the wrist from Robert. Yep. And again, from where we're sitting, our perspective is not perfect, and at the same time, we're trying not to be obtrusive to the judges either. But, the only way you get better is to train and to judge. Steve Kirk always says, always training, always judging. There's many levels to that. There's many levels to the meaning, but you might see John over there. He's got a pretty good camera. He's filming some fights. So, having a lot of fun. And it looks like the fighters are too. We've said that, but if you're taking it too seriously, you're forgetting that it's lightsabers, we're not here to take it too seriously. Score check, please, Katie. 6-4 in favor of Nick.
I'm kind of hoping that, towards the end of this will be a little darker.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah, get the blades out
Really get that
a little
glow
more.
going.
Ooh. Good dodging from Nick. See the way Robert changes the angle of his blade often?
I do.
When I was sparring him earlier, that was one of those things I was trying to contend with, and it's good. If you keep, ooh, good hit. Nick is sort of a little, I wouldn't say opposite, but he's not really moving his blade until he's ready to strike. So it's just two, like I said, two takes on a similar Makashi. Makashi Form 2. Beed, tell us a little bit about Form 2 in Star Wars.
Count Dooku.
Kiadi Mundi. The Duelist's form. It arose out of needing to meet lightsaber with lightsabers. So Form 1 was basically the basics, you know, is the how to swing a lightsaber and, you know, the basic angles of attack and some velocities. Velocities being combinations that are meant for combat, drilling, and, of course, things you can use in a fight. You know, if somebody thrusts and you have a 3 or 4 move combination that you've been practicing, you might be able to get that velocity in. But Makashi came out of the, basically once the Sith started making lightsabers too.
So this is going to be match point Nick.
And the ability, yeah, match point Nick. The necessity to meet lightsaber with lightsaber, and the linear footwork, the one-handed style, the hand behind the back or off to the side. Looks like Nick wins. Very good showing. Final score, please.
10-6.
10-6. 10-6. So now we've got Matthew from San Diego Sabers. This is his first match of the night.
He had a bye.
Yep, he had a bye as well. Fighting against Dennis, who you saw earlier, against May. So this should be fun. And Matt is another very dynamic fighter. What is Matt's special styles?
You are up. You're up. What's up?
What are Matt's forms?
He's more of Rotaru. He actually does Dase Pares, as we say, well, as one of our nice Jason Kirk.
Yeah.
So they study under the same school. But Eric's been training with him with Form 4.
Very cool. So we should see some dynamic stuff tonight from Matt.
Vic, I appreciate you.
And I don't see, looks like Dennis is gearing up. So, Form 4, talk about it, Beed.
Ataru.
All right, you got to give us more than that, homie.
You said tell me a little bit.
Tell me more than a little bit.
I don't know, man. Bunch of flipping and jumping. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon used it in episode 1.
You know what, though? It's not necessarily all about the acrobatics. Acrobatics could mean, like, just the blade work itself, and often does, because Ataru's whole thing is offense as the day is long. So there's really Form 4 Ataru, not really defensive at all. But Form 3 Soresu, the Obi-Wan Kenobi form, is all defense. There's almost no offense in Form 3. So what'd you say?
This is not Matt's armor. He's wearing Loring's. So
Oh, I thought that armor looked familiar. That's actually Loring's armor. So Matt's going in cold with a new set of armor, which is not easy to do. You can see the way he's moving his blade. That's very Ataru as well. You know, the blade work, the constant sort of, if you get near me, you could get hit. Not necessarily I'm going to block you, but I'm going to strike in the way of your strike. Moving around a lot, you can see he's using the whole ring to his advantage, whereas Dennis seems to, I mean, he's a very Shicho fighter, but his grounded stance right now is very Form 5 as well, as far as my perception of Form 5, the way I teach it.
This is captivating.
You know, it should be said that so far in this tournament, there's been a lot of high-level work. These guys are not here to, like, they're here to have fun, but not to fuck around. So it looks like it's 5-1 in favor of Matt right now. Potentially 6-1? Power check.
A little power check.
No point. Moving on.
Unlimited power. But not really. Frowned upon.
Ooh, interesting.
Point Matt.
Yeah, Eric got overruled on that one.
That's what I would have called.
That's what it looked like to me, too.
But what do I know?
Well, you have eyes. And ears.
Meh. I guess.
Point to Matt.
His purple blade there is incredibly vibrant.
Yeah, even on screen, very vibrant. Looks, oh, no point. There we go. Overruled. And again, it's like you might be wrong, but you're not wrong if you saw it, you know.
Right.
So you might get overruled. That's it.
It happens so fast.
Yeah. I mean, that's
And-
part of the beauty of it all.
Like, you know, at least for me, I find myself like watching one blade.
Right. And actually, if you're fighting, watching the blade is like really dangerous for you. You have to. The way I teach in martial arts, I tell them to watch the chest level and the shoulders, because that's where the motion comes from. That's where the emotion comes from, which is where the motion comes from. So, and if you get tunnel vision, you're in big trouble. Match point for Matt.
Matt point.
Matt point.
Ooh.
Ooh. I wonder. Oh, Dennis gets another point. Very nice.
No, that's what I would have called.
It looked like it. But the blade wind, sometimes those are tough to call. Looks like Dennis again.
Ooh.
Oh, overruled again.
Match Matt.
Match.
Yeah. Final score, please.
10-3.
10-3. And, you know, it should be known, Eric actually voted a few of those points for Dennis that ended up getting called for Matt. And, you know, we've been saying this already, but... So we got Alan coming back up in the Cyrax style armor, and Jonathan from San Diego Sabers, our gymnast friend. Alan has been teaching martial arts for a very long time. Teaches Kung Fu right now, Chinese martial arts. You know, saying Kung Fu is, it's like saying, you know, like donut. And it's like, what flavor of donut? You know, there's like a lot of different flavors of Kung Fu, so. But Alan knows a lot of them. We're going to pop our hashtags up, too.
Yeah, it looks like we might be taking a little break here. I think one of the judges had to take a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got a phone call going on.
All right, so while Fode here is popping in some hashtags, we're going to talk to Dennis here, who was just fighting. Yeah, let's try to sneak in here.
I'm going to give the mic to Dennis. Dennis,
Yeah.
how you feeling, man?
Not too bad.
How was that
last fight
for you?
I wish I had done better. I didn't really think I was going to win, but I would have liked to have gotten a couple more points. But other than that, I'm not disappointed with myself.
You were looking pretty good.
Yeah,
First
I think
match
so.
was very good.
Yeah, your first match was nice.
That was
Your timing-
challenging.
Your timing against May was really, really
Yeah,
good.
gotta wait and get out of the way. Yeah, Mingay doesn't give away as much,
Right.
so yeah.
Looked like you were having fun, though.
Yes, definitely. Yeah,
You,
it was a good time.
Your stance was very like grounded and rooted throughout that, but it was not like lead feet either.
Oh, okay, thanks. That's good.
That's a tough match.
Yeah, I know my when I did martial arts, which I never did any sword work, but martial arts, our instructor always said that we're supposed to be like water, moving around all the obstacles, and I was always like, I'm kind of the rock.
But Gemso, you are proficient in Gemso as well.
I'm learning it. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you know,
Yeah.
that has that flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. yeah, I'm throwing that in there. So I'm mostly Shicho fighter, but I'm learning Gemso and starting to use more
I
of
saw
that.
you use a blade manipulation against May that was really nice.
Thank you.
Really nice.
So, who do you think is going to take this match?
We can say.
I haven't
We
been
won't jinx
I
it.
haven't been watching, so I would guess
started.
Alan, but
Hey, I heard you talking mad shit.
yeah. Thanks,
No, we were
thanks,
saying
May.
it
I
was fun to watch.
I can't show my wife any of the pictures of my match now. Thank you.
You're very welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'll be here for the rest of the night, guys.
We're gonna get you back on, May. Thanks, Dennis. That was funny. Oh, let me turn this. Y'all are getting interference there.
You all right there?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up these hashtags real quick. I keep saying I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, well, we got a little sidetracked there, Dennis, but that was nice. Like talking to the fighters, especially right after a match.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So, let me see if I can get a quick score update here.
Score.
It is 4-3.
4-3 in favor of Alan.
Alan.
All right, so we are up to date.
We did
now.
expect Alan to do well tonight. He does know his stuff. He does know his stuff. Very experienced.
No point there.
But as we see, Jonathan is no slouch in the saber ring.
A little stumble there on Jonathan.
Make sure you guys share this once you watch it. Show your nerdy friends. And go ahead and throw the hashtag IGC 2018 on it.
It was when the Wi-Fi's being right now.
Yeah, I wish the Wi-Fi wasn't shitting on us, but you know what? We can always post-pro it a little better.
So it looks like my wish is coming true as far as the lighting goes.
I'm gonna throw these hashtaggers up.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I know, I'm gonna do it though.
Yeah, you keep saying that. Too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Take pictures with your phone.
All right, point Alan there.
No.
Point Jonathan. Now I noticed he was rocking a two-handed grip there,
Mm-hmm.
whereas most of the time he's been rocking one-handed. So I wonder how that contributed to his point there.
Which I got some really good photos of you and Dennis fighting. I just no, I'm just making. I went in and it's like that was painful. You said that? Oh, I didn't know it was some. And then like 4 points, and I was like.
I don't know why I can't get it up there.
Well,
We'll get there.
yeah, don't worry about it.
Hashtag IGC 2018. You guys know what it is.
Like different costumes. Please do. Please do. I'm all. It's okay.
Point Jonathan there.
Beed, give me some feedback. What? Who was one of your favorite fighters to watch so far?
This will be match point for Alan.
Match point for Alan.
I really liked watching Matthew.
Yeah. Yeah, and I liked watching John too. Dreadlocks
This will be
John.
match point for
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan.
Match point for Jonathan. We're tied up at 9. Very nice. This is a hell of a fight.
May was really fun to watch.
Yeah. And I liked the Makashiists in Robert and Nick. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Actually, let's see if we can get Nick over here. Or Robert. Robert is fun as hell.
Try to catch their eye. Looks
Final score there, 10-9 in favor of Alan, correct, Katie? Alan took that match?
I believe so.
Alan did take that match.
Yeah. So Alan's got 2 matches down now. Won both of them.
So it looks like we got. Who we got?
Who's up next, Miss Katie?
John and Nick.
John and Nick. Nick from Cotno, John from San Diego Sabers. Both have 2 wins tonight.
It should be good.
This should be real good, actually.
2 of the fighters you just mentioned.
Yeah, and Nick's style is very different than John's.
Yes.
Very different than John's, as you saw already. So I'm really excited for this, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get Robert over here.
Robert!
Okay, yes, I will hold on to it. Then you can have it back when you're back. Just give it to me.
Robert, jump in, buddy. Come over here. We're going to get Robert in with us here. Robert from San Diego Sabers Radio Podcast.
Hello, my name is Robert. I'm from San Diego Sabers Radio Podcast. How's it going? How are you, Fode?
Good, man. We had a lot of fun watching you and Nick fight.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah, it was. So I will say one thing. Nick is Nick is an incredibly modest guy. He's like been saying, "Oh yeah, I'm
gonna get wrecked."
Yeah, blah 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 blah. But dude, that was a solid match and really enjoyable. I was really impressed.
I think I was telling Beed this and everybody obviously that your 2 Makashis are very different.
Yes,
but
I agree.
Equally Makashi.
Yeah, I think so. So I didn't know Nick is a pretty seasoned fencer, and he, of course, he doesn't really let that on too much. But it was, in words, but in actions, definitely.
Oh yeah, it definitely came across.
I'm a big hand hunter in Makashi, and I could not find his hands for the life of me. Like it was hard.
I didn't see you use that underhanded strike on him either.
I couldn't because
You were trying.
he fights one-handed, and the target area is so small with a one-handed person, and especially with him, his how agile he is. I didn't trust that it would work.
Yeah.
The one thing I did that worked was disengaging, so going for his right side, then flooping under his blade, going to the left side, and that worked 1.5 times.
Yeah.
Hello,
I'm going to Robert go. His Sith Master is calling him, and you don't want to fuck with that.
Yeah, you don't mess around with that.
We'll get Robert and maybe Doug back on with him. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I hope you've been watching as you listen to Robert. Let me get a score update, please, Miss Katie. 1-1. I like
the taps.
Yeah, the floor taps are. It's definitely a tactic that you don't see very often.
Certainly not with lightsabers.
Even when John scores, he looks like he doesn't care, It's like...
Yeah. It's hard to tell under the mask.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like maybe John again.
Yep.
Nick is guarding his hand, like Robert mentioned. He's not just sort of having it out there to hit, but...
Well, you don't want to leave your hand hanging out there.
Good timing. Very good timing. That was a well-selected hit.
Yeah, it can really just come down to timing with these things.
Yeah. Beed, show your jacket off there for a second. We got these fly new San Diego Sabers jackets. It says your Main Man Beed on there. Of course, we're your main men.
You got one too there.
I do. I'm going to put it on, actually.
It's starting to get a little chilly out here in San Diego. Believe it or not.
I got you new shoes.
Sounds like we got some hecklers over here.
Check it out. Your Main Man Fode, check that out. Gotta love the jackets. Actually, these jackets are sick.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Letterman style jackets. You see Eric wearing one right now. All the San Diego Sabers guys have one. And Beed, Steve let me in on a little secret. We may very well be the only people outside of San Diego Sabers who are now inside of San Diego Sabers due to our jackets.
Wow. And
so,
what an honor.
It is an honor. I'm honestly, we practiced with them Wednesday night, and Beed's arm was messed up. He got hit by a car.
Yada, yada,
I think we mentioned that on a previous StarBQ, the last one before we came out here, our preview of IGC. But everybody's willing to, work with you, and even with the busted up arm, people were like, hey, you know, like, I don't mind. We'll work together and whatnot.
Yeah. And, you know, I really fucking appreciated that. I didn't take anybody up on it yet.
Well, we do still have the foam padded sabers.
Yeah.
And I think you and Doug would have a blast sparring each other.
Well, yeah, we haven't left yet. There's
So-
still time.
And we're starting to get the light now. A little bit backlit in the doors there. I like this, the shadow with the blades.
Yeah.
And you can see the cones on the floor or on the ground. The ring looks to be about, I don't know, 20 by 20. They didn't measure, but standard is usually 20 by 20, 15 by 15, or 30 by 30.
It's not a perfect square.
No, but it's not small, but it definitely forces you to fight. You know, like no, you can't hide in a corner in this ring. Ooh, very close. Looks like it might get called. Yeah, point for Nick. Score update, please, my dear.
Nick, John 7. 5 Nick, John 7.
5 Nick, John 7. Not trying to bug Katie too much, but she is our only scorekeeper. And,
Yeah, if only we had some sort of scoreboard.
Dude, I'll tell you, that was the hardest thing about doing this whole live stream thing. Now the hardest thing is dealing with the no Wi-Fi, but we're dealing.
We're dealing. It'll be all right.
We're just over an hour now into the tournament. It's projected to be 2 hours or so.
Seems
But
about right.
the fights are moving along, you know. And the thing I really like is that people are here, like, actually watching, not just treating it like it's a bunch of nerds shitting on each other, you know.
Well, it's funny. I see a bunch of the, you know, hotel patrons coming in and out. And
Yeah.
Like, every time they walk by, you know, if they don't stay for the whole thing, they're standing there for 5 minutes or so
Yeah.
and watching.
Yeah, we're at the Town and Country in San Diego. You can see the convention center words back there. The reason I have them on there is just to give it a little light, you know, make the screen a little more dynamic for everybody. But it's been a cool venue, you know. We had a party here last night. We got a party tonight, and just cool people.
Yeah, that VIP party last night was.
Yeah, we had the
a lot of
presenters
fun.
there, which was fun. Colin Cantwell, the original designer of the Death Star. Katie, what was the final result, please?
6 for Nick, and John got 10.
All right.
Match went to John.
Seems to be a recurring theme.
Well, you know, the interesting thing with John, and I can't remember the first match what the score was like, but it seems like he's getting a wide spread on his score. Like he'll let a couple points in, but he's going to gain the lead and gain it. You know, like it's going to be exponential, his gain. It went from like, you know, a 2-point spread to a 4 to now. So Alan's back up.
And Steve's back.
Steve Kirk. We got Steve Kirk back here. Steve, what are you drinking since it's StarBQ?
A beer with a napkin around it.
Beer with a nap. Is it a Pacifico?
It might be.
So, Steve, since it's StarBQ, we're going to put a recipe on here. Steve has the Captain's Grog, which is an IGC exclusive, and looks like Matt versus Alan. The Captain's Grog is a Pacifico with a shot of tequila in it, and that was a blast.
You can improve upon the tequila all you like.
It was,
as you are a tequila master.
I don't know about master, but I'm certainly
Aspiring
a knight.
Padawan?
I'm a knight.
A knight. A
tequila knight.
Yeah.
Tequila is my master.
I put back a few of those Captain's Grogs last night.
Yeah?
Is that right?
We had a blast. Steve, how are you feeling at this point in the night?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, yeah, but you look, you know, we know you put on a good outward, but you look like you're ready to just have fun now.
You're
there
correct.
it is.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Fun in a bottle.
First step. Right on.
All right.
Steve, if you had to pick a winner, we're into jinxing people in here in the Boonta box.
Oh, good, good.
Who would you pick to win this match?
Who is this, Matt and Alan?
Yes.
Matt.
Interesting. That
All
didn't
right.
take long.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's a good
Well,
hit.
might
Now,
be onto
Alan's
something.
had a good night so far.
Alan's good, but Matt can be sneaky.
Well, we saw that in his
Yeah.
fight against who was his last fight? Against Dennis.
Ooh,
Yeah, he snuck some shots in on Dennis. And we were just saying it's interesting because Matt's fighting with new armor tonight.
Okay. Okay.
So he's fighting with Loring's armor, and he's never fought with it
Oh,
before.
Yeah, that's different. Well,
seems to be working.
Allen stands a strong chance then, I'd say. Because that puts Matt in a disadvantaged position with the new armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem it yet.
Well,
He's doing pretty well.
He's like that, man. All right.
I gotta say, I'm having a blast here.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you guys carry on and have some more blasts. I'm gonna go see what I think.
Steve Kirk, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh.
Bye, Steve.
So Matt has the purple blade if you're watching and you forgot about Alan's green blade. You can't see his dope armor as much as before. Actually, I like Loring's armor quite a bit too.
Yeah, it's cool. They're both very samurai-ish.
Loring's or Matt's wearing it. Mostly black, but it's got some cool gold, like accented, filigree and such. And if you don't know Cyrax from Mortal Kombat, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, that's a powerful hit too. Not overly
too
powerful, but powerful.
There's no power check.
And Matt's using a slightly shorter hilt, it looks like. If you don't know anything about sword fighting or lightsabers, the shorter the hilt could go one of two ways as far as controlling the blade goes. If the blade is too long, or the hilt is not weighted properly, you can really be in trouble with a short hilt. But if it's all balanced out really well, a short hilt can grant you tons of control. Which is why Palpatine preferred such a short hilt. He probably has the second shortest hilt in all of Star Wars, aside from, of course, Yoda, and we'll say Yaddle,
Yeah, but they're smaller.
Yeah,
they're
if you're
proportionate.
Yeah,
to
if
their
you're
size.
shorter than 4 feet, of course you're gonna have a smaller hilt. You change the blade length, it's going to change things. Obviously, your range is going to decrease. And we still see Alan he's choking up a little bit now on the hilt. He's not holding it quite as low as he was before. And I think that's because he knows that he's losing control by holding it that low. But he's got it right in the middle right now. Very balanced, almost a European grip. What's our score, my dear?
Alan has 6 and Minky has 4. Or
So-
7.
So before this hit, it was 4-7 in favor of Matt. It's been a fun match, actually.
Now, I'm noticing Matt has very nice footwork.
Yes.
Not that Alan doesn't.
No, not that Alan doesn't. But
Take it may be nice. Be nice to the other person.
you're very right about that. And footwork is everything. I mean, yeah, you can have great, cuts. You can have great zone blocking, but if your footwork is sloppy, you're just not gonna do well. And that's not to say you have to be moving all the time, but you gotta be dynamic.
So we got match point Matt.
You might not be able to see our faces very much anymore. That's probably better for y'all. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, Alan had a nice little set of thrusts there. Changes angle very subtly. And for me, that would be a little Juyo-y, a little Form 70. But it's tough to, put a form on somebody because the way that Alan practices his Form 2 might not be the same. Here we are in the Boonta box. Having a blast. Sitting next to one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Katie Main. Beed's kind of a fuck stick, but I'll take him.
Come on, man. Why you gotta be like that?
Oh, man. So, Beed, can I ask you a question, sir? Would
may.
you mind hopping onto Facebook for us? And would you mind hopping onto Facebook for us and letting the good people know that we will have to rebroadcast this live stream?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my gosh, I can breathe.
You got the password.
I got the password.
So, looks like we're transitioning back to us for a second here. Put us in the Boonta box here. So, we got a break in the fighting right now.
It's John and Matt.
So Matt just took that round, and honestly, it looks like Matt's going to be fighting right away again. So I don't know if we're going to take a quick break to give him his breath, or if we're just going to say, fuck your breath and go for it.
Babe, do you want to give Matt a break?
He did just... Oh, yeah, Eric was not happy about it, but he gets a break.
Very begrudging.
He gets a break. Oh, that's all right. Robert's back. Back in action. Action Jackson. Chun. Robert, what has been one of your favorite fights to watch tonight?
Ooh, I think Nick versus John Burt, as he is known, was a lot of fun. 2 matches ago, largely because John is impossible to predict, and every fight you see out of John is different.
Yeah.
He never
drunken
throws.
master.
Yes, drunken monkey boxing master,
Yeah.
and he. I don't know. It's every time he fights, it's never the same thing. And even within the same match, he'll like throw 100 different things at someone, and it's very interesting to see. And Nick, of course, was super clean, fencing Makashi style as previously.
Good timing from Nick.
Yeah.
Good timing from John too. Actually.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have to fight?
What?
No, Nick lost his last match, didn't he?
Yeah. John won that one. So we are approaching the final match here. With Mr. John and Matthew Dominguez.
I did not realize this was the final match.
We are approaching the final match, yes. And the rain has started, and true it is.
Oh my goodness. Seems to be some shouting going on.
Yes. People are...
Who's going to get fourth?
I'm thinking...
So they're taking it out here.
Yeah, please do.
So we have been requested by Javier against Nick's wishes. We will be actually having a battle for third and fourth between Alan from Phoenix Saber Academy and Nick from Knights of the New Order out in Palm Desert.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah, I like... Hey, May, come on in, girl.
What's up? Pretty good. I think I'm still like having a little bit of the shakes from the adrenaline.
Dude, you were so cool.
You were hype.
I'm such an asshole, right? Like,
No.
it's all a ruse to make me feel better.
That's like Sith Dun Mach. That's like that vocal toying with people shit.
Yeah, it's because I noticed that whenever I am more serious, I'm way too much in my head. So it's
okay.
way easier, and I do better when I'm having fun.
So it's a tactical choice.
Yeah, it really is a tactical choice, both for my benefit and to the disadvantage of my opponents. Before, I've gone as a Japanese schoolgirl. I've gone as like this. Yeah, I was a jester before, and
Cute anime schoolgirl.
yeah. And another point, I wore a really short dress.
Oh
so
my God. That's funny.
I totally play my feminine attributes to my hand, to my advantage.
So you're definitely along the more acrobatic side of Ataru.
Yes, I am. Mingy is actually, or Matthew, who is going to go to the final right now, is a lot more acrobatic than I am.
Okay. But he hasn't really showed that yet tonight.
He has very heavy armor on. But you should go to one of our practice sessions. He jumps a lot.
I was there Wednesday.
Yeah, did you get to witness that?
I did, but I didn't get to spar with him yet, so.
Okay. No, and Virgil is also a knight aspirant for one of our knights, Jeremy. He's also called Grasshopper because he's very jumpy.
Yeah, I've seen Virgil's Ataru, and it is pretty much pure Ataru.
Yeah, so while they go up, I go down. There was a lot of like ankle biting.
It's an interesting tactic. It leaves your head open, but you did seem to know that,
Yeah, it's a high risk, high reward type of thing.
All Ataru tends to be that way.
Yeah, and so I've definitely learned my lesson because I've been hit in the back before, like really hard with people who are just more juyo type of people. So I don't do it as much. It used to work at first because people weren't used to guarding their ankles. So, but now not so much.
So, did you have previous martial arts training?
No, I didn't. I've always been very sort of athletic. I like moving a lot.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. And Eric has helped me hone some of my better attributes in fighting, and I'm here now because of my battle master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the way you sort of like you didn't just drop, you had like a stance. You went into an actual position before you went down for those leg shots, and that's something that people don't seem to always grasp, that you still have to have technique at all levels.
Yeah, it's true. So I used to just dive in and it would be like a one-hit thing, right? But now I have to like prepare to defend above my head. Right. One thing that catches people off guard a lot is even though I'm in a very disadvantaged position and they have to high ground, just keep your sword out, keep your lightsaber out,
right.
and that will actually work for some reason, even though I can't really move.
So I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked everybody so far. What was one of your favorite fights to watch tonight?
Oh. I haven't been doing as much watching as I have been heckling.
You're a hell of a heckler, though, I'll tell you.
There needs to be some energy in the crowd. It's really quiet. It makes me sad because it's supposed to be fun. But one of my favorite fights, goodness, I forgot who fought, but I think one of my favorite fights is the ones with Saucy, John Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We were just enjoying his fights as well.
Yeah. And just for the record, I wasn't calling him homosexual. I was calling him hobosexual.
I didn't even hear it, but, whatever.
Okay. It's because he has very raggedy shoes a lot of the time.
Okay. Hobosexual. Yeah. I like that, actually.
No, he is my favorite. I saw the fight with him and Noah, and it's very impressive how Noah is a very power-driven person. But John immediately knew what to do and how to keep him at a distance. So it was like it was good to see very good skill in not just like fighting, but also mentally.
Right.
You know?
Almost meeting his power with a lack of power.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that speaks a lot to his personality too. You know, when someone's very forward and stuff, he will back away and like control the situation in a different way. You know. He's very like a watchful person.
Right.
Yeah.
May, I'm going to switch us back to the fights. Thanks for joining us.
No, thank you.
All right, let's go back in here. We're going to transition to the fight again. This is the fight for third place, you said, Miss Katie? Third and fourth. This is Nick from Cotno and Alan from Phoenix Sabers. And Kenny actually has the distinction to be able to judge his master tonight in place of Loring, which is cool. Very cool for Kenny and for Alan. Of course, we have Vic on the left there. You can see his almost looks like Mickey Mouse ears. Panda, okay. I like that. Ooh, nice leg shot there by Alan. Beed is posting away over here on the Grimmygram. The Fizzle book. Green on green. Nick on the right, you can tell by his very Makashi stance. And Alan on the left there. And Alan looks like he's using a bit of his own style of Makashi. You can see that left hand, or his off hand, perhaps you can see it there in the window, is kind of held up sort of as a balance, but also as a way to maybe make your opponent look at your hand sometimes. Just checking the post right, Joe. Boom, boom. Yeah, man. And if you would not mind sharing that in podcasts and podcasters, I will love you forever. I already do. You're my main man. Let's see. We'll get a score update after this volley. Ooh, interesting volley. What is our score, my friend?
We have 6 for Alan, 2 for Nick.
So 6-2 in favor of Allen.
What do you want me to do?
Share it to Star Wars Podcast and Podcasters. Shout out to Tim McMahon from Less Than 12 Parsecs Podcast. Also on the Star Wars Commonwealth network of podcasts, which is part of what San Diego Sabers radio podcast is. We also had the distinct pleasure of meeting, like we mentioned earlier, David Friskhorn from the Cocky Cockpit. We actually live really close to each other, but it took a trip across the country to meet finally. And we had Brandon Boylan from ClashingSabers.net. He did an excellent panel today with a friend of his, Vernon. I can't remember his last name. Shame on me. It's basically teaching fandom, using comic books and Star Wars to reach kids in a way that keeps kids instead of turning them off to school. And it was a really powerful panel. And the best part about that was that Brandon actually proposed to Brooke, his now fiance, right after the panel.
How sweet was
Alan
that?
takes the match.
Takes third place.
Third place for Alan. Fourth place for Nick. Out of 14 fighters, good showing. Good showing.
So that was the match for third place.
That was third place, yep. Alan got third. And this has been a great night. So John wins? Or are we doing that match next?
Yeah, we're fighting right now.
Right, okay, right. I thought so. So what is the final match? Who's fighting in the final match?
It will be Matthew Dominguez and John Freeman, both Knight John and Knight Aspirant Mingy.
This is going to be a hell of a match to watch.
Oh, I love watching them fight at tournaments. Not at tournaments, but just also at practice. Because there's just out-of-the-box people.
Yes. So it looks like Matt on the right with the purple blade is coming in. Loring is back on the right side. That was super cool of Loring to let Kenny judge for Alan. That's really honorable.
Most honorable.
So Loring's back there. Looks like John is walking across the stage right now. His blade is off at the moment, but
Tugging on my wires, dog.
yeah, sorry.
Come on, man.
Vic, are you still judging?
Vic, you're in the way, bro. Vic, you're right on camera, buddy.
Vic.
You got to go way out of the way. And this is your main man Fode being a dick to everyone. There's a head in the way.
You're the creamiest.
Huh? Oh, I asked Vic if he was judging, and he said no.
Hold on.
Take it up.
We're just being dicks tonight. It's all good. We've got Matt with the purple blade. We've got John with the blue blade. Please share this. Hashtag IGC 2018. Hashtag Think With Your Stomach. Hashtag San Diego Sabers or SD Sabers. This is really a fun night. Hashtag Free Your Fandom. All the hashtags. Honestly, Free Your Fandom is the best one. But do share this. Do show your friends. And it'll be up for replay on all kinds of platforms. YouTube, Twitch, all these things. So we're going to get it. We're going to get it rocking for you guys. I wish we could do it live. Everything's better live, but it is live. It just won't be by the time you watch it.
Yeah. Well, who really cares?
Beed, this is an exciting match.
Mad exciting.
Who's your pick? I have a pick, but it's only by a narrow margin. I feel like Matt is going to win by 1 or 2 points.
Yeah. That's kind of my pick too, but I don't know.
Ooh, good headshot there. Yep. Point for John there. I don't know if you saw him kind of just stick his blade into Matt's face, but wasn't really a lot of effort in that strike, but it doesn't always need to be. Ooh,
Wowza.
Looked like a simul to me, but.
Nope. Point Matt.
Going to Matt. Loring saw what I saw. 2 out of 3 judges, they both of them say yes.
Yeah, Matt's waving that saber around, bro.
So after the tournament, we're going to get Eric on here with us, and we'll get Eric's thoughts on everything at the end. That'll be awesome.
If you say so.
We'll get a score update after this volley here. Ooh, that was tough to call. Point goes to John for that one. What is our score, my friend?
2 John, 3 Matt.
2-3 in favor of Matt.
Narrow margin.
Yep. They're both kind of unique in their style. Ooh,
oh, wow.
Nice combination. Yeah. Unanimous for John there. Not for lack of trying on Matt's part. That was a good amount of effort there. Ooh. That was tough to call, too.
Yeah. Oh, unanimous.
It did look like he got the blade there just a hair ahead of time, but it was tough to call. Sorry. Got to get your main man beat on there.
I'm just trying to lean back. Keep going.
Check us out. I mean, it's not really about us tonight, but StarBQpod.com. Check out our podcast, the Adults Only Star Wars podcast, Always Thinking with Its Stomach. We do recipes, we do lots and lots of libations, and we watch Star Wars. We commentate.
No.
We call it roasting. We roast Star Wars. We're roasting the tournament right now.
Well,
another saber drop.
In the interest of StarBQ, tell me a little bit about what you had to eat today.
So, honestly, nothing really that interesting, but, you know, con food. Had a good hot dog, a quarter-pound hot dog with nacho cheese and jalapenos. Beed, you had yourself a tuna sanger, didn't you?
No.
Oh, never mind.
I had a hot dog. You know I don't eat tuna sandwiches.
What sandwich did you eat tonight?
It's a turkey sandwich.
Oh, my bad, dog. My bad.
Pull your head out of your ass.
My head is firmly supplanted in my ass. Supplanted? Did I say that right? I don't care.
I'll allow it. It's StarBQ.
So I will say, while we're getting close to the end here, keep watching the fight. But IGC was a blast. We had Claudia Christian from Babylon 5 did the keynote speech this morning. Right after that, we had Colin Cantwell, and we got to take some pictures with Colin. We got his autograph. He was a lot of fun to listen to. David, get in here, man. Come on. Get in the middle here. I just saw your cocky around the corner there.
See my cock? Is that what I heard?
Cocky.
I don't know what kind of audience we're dealing with, so I apologize.
Well, it is StarBQ, so they did have the warning.
Yeah. We've been toning it down a little bit, but
a little bit.
F-bombs have been dropped.
Ooh.
In all fairness, on San Diego Sabers, they do say the F-bomb too.
This is true. I feel in good hands then.
Check out Cocky Cockpit.
Thank you, sir.
Another Adults Only Star Wars podcast. They do a lot of good streaming of games and stuff too.
All right. Ooh, what a swing.
It's a lot of fun to watch, huh?
Hell yeah, man. This is my first live event like this, too.
Really? You've never seen any sort of Saber tournament before? Online?
Via online. Ooh. Can we I'm sure it's been discussed already, but can we talk about the glow on that? Would you say a purple or pink?
It looks purple to me, but it's beautiful.
It's got a beautiful hum to it.
Yeah, it's vibrant.
Vibrant as fuck.
Especially on screen, like, I always love now the quality of the Sabers. You almost don't need rotoscoping to really get a good lightsaber look on screen. You guys can see it if you're watching. John's is not quite as vibrant, but ooh, tough call. What's been your favorite thing about the tournament so far, David?
Honestly, the fights. I mean, really, it's as easy as that. This is truly something special, and it's one thing to watch it via stream or video like we're seeing now, but it's completely different to see it and actually hear those.
That's the big part, the
thunder.
audible part.
Yeah.
Ooh. Speaking of thunder, that was a pop.
That one.
That's exactly what we're talking about. And then to just be part of the audience here and hear everyone go ooh at the same time, It's
we got. Yeah, I said it before, but we got a nice little group of people out here watching.
Yeah. You know, people don't always realize like that this is a thing, and
oh, it's a thing.
When it pops you in the face, like sort of like you said, you're like, oh man, this like your arm, you can't even be prepared for it until you see it.
Yeah, and I've never taken a swing from like at full contact, like we're seeing here from one of these full contact sabers, but they are not like, you're literally getting hit with like almost like a tough PVC pipe essentially.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's glowing.
They do take their armor pretty seriously.
Yeah, which
for that reason. Yeah.
Score update, please, my dear.
7 John, 8 Matt.
7 to 8.
Still neck and neck.
In favor of Matt.
Yep.
And sort of like I projected, not my fault, but Matt's sort of, it's very even, and Matt's sort of 1 point over at any given time.
Yeah.
There's no point there.
David, I've asked everybody who was or what was one of your favorite fights to watch tonight, aside from this one, because this is really fun.
To be 100% honest, man, I was chilling in the jacuzzi.
Oh,
oh yeah.
This is only like my.
I see you changed out of your R2D2 suit.
Yeah. But
this is a good fight to come into.
Yeah, not only just coming into it, but like now that the sun's set and we're in nighttime.
Oh yeah.
You get that glow.
Match point, Matthew. This could be all it.
Is this for what round?
This is the last one.
This is for all the potatoes.
All right, man.
All the Melu runs. Thank you, David. Oh, thunder.
Come on, Cage. Bring the thunder.
This is too much fun.
I'm on the edge of my seat here.
That looked like John might have got in a hair before. Tough call. Yep. 2 out of 3 for John. Tied up at 9. Wow. And they hugged right before the last point. I love that. You know,
man. You couldn't have asked for a better last fight.
No, this is really fun to watch. And honestly, these two deserve it. They fought like crazy tonight.
Yeah, they must be beat.
Yeah. And Matt to have just come off of a fight. Hey, Matt takes the tournament. Nice.
Way to go. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Matt. And congratulations to John. 2nd place. Very well fought, sir.
Listen to that thunderous applause.
Yeah, very well fought.
This is not how democracy dies.
So we got Eric out there. And looks like we're going to get the stacking ceremony, as I call it. Stacking our awards up.
Yeah. Too bad don't have any light.
You know, there's Katie out there. She's Wolf Link today. That was her cosplay. A well done Wolf Link, too.
Yeah.
She even had Midna hanging around. Her sister was Midna. So we've got John on the right there with the blue blade. We've got Alan with the green blade. We've got Matt with the purple blade. And Nick is popping in there in the middle with the other green blade.
All right, everyone, I'd like to announce the results of the tournament.
Eric is announcing the results.
Fourth place, we have Nick.
4th place for Nick there. Well done, sir.
Very well done.
Check out Knights of the New Order.
Alan,
nice, 3rd place.
No. 2nd place, John.
Congratulations.
And 1st place, Matthew.
Very nice. And Matthew gets the dope-ass trophy.
Winner of the first InterGalactiCon San Diego Sabers
National Tournament.
You know that the party is now in full swing over there.
So now the party's in full swing.
Party
We're going to be
time.
popping out soon here. StarBQpod.com, InterGalactiCon, San Diego Sabers.net. Please watch, please share, please repost. Hashtag IGC, hashtag Think With Your Stomach, hashtag SD Sabers, hashtag Stop Saying hashtag Fode. So we'll see if we can get Eric over here for an interview after this. But Beat, give me some post-fight thoughts, brother. Some post-tournament thoughts.
I mean, you know, we're kind of giving our thoughts as we went along here, but you know,
overall,
what can I say besides that was just fucking awesome.
What was it? I mean, you've never been to a tournament like this either, or any like martial arts tournament, but was it more exactly what you expected?
It was
what you expected.
I mean, so coming out here, I wasn't really sure what to expect from it, but after having gone to San Diego Saber practice on Wednesday and kind of seeing, you know, in person what they were all about, that gave me the, you know.
Yeah, you kind of had a framework.
After that, like, this was exactly what I was expecting, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get Eric over here. I know he's talking to people right now. He's over there talking to Richard from Sin City. But I want to see if we can get Eric over here. Loring. Come on over. Let's get Loring on here. Loring is one of our main men. This motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's a
fucking real dude.
This is a big bottle of salt right here, this Loring.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
What was it like for you being in the judges' corner there watching this tournament? It was quite a dynamic tournament. I said that word so many times, but that's really the best way to describe it.
You know what? That is the very best way to describe it. Dynamic is the best way to describe it. I have never been so exhausted judging.
Yeah, you were like...
I usually never have to move around this much.
You were like really invested though. Like you can tell that you've had experience doing this kind of thing for a long time, but at the same time, it couldn't have been easy to call.
Some of them were just not easy to call, and some of them were more simultaneous than others.
Sorry, no, you know what? I'll move it up a little bit for you. So, what was one of your favorite fights to judge?
If that's really a question.
Yeah,
My favorite is the Matthew from San Diego Sabers versus Alan Venable from Sabers.
That was a crazy match. It was a lot of tough calls, simuls, and
there was a lot of emotion too.
Yeah.
I was very excited to judge this match. I was looking forward to this one all night.
And then I thought it was super cool that you let Kenny judge for Alan at the last part.
Oh yeah.
That was cool, you know. It's always nice to be able to like honor your teacher that way, but also to honor your student, but also for you to honor the fight that way, you know.
Oh yeah. I like to give other people a chance too, and I also love to break.
So plug I have a bad feeling about this real quick.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Loring has a bad feeling all over about this. Actually, most of the episode is you having bad feelings, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, when me, Marina, and Doug get together once a month?
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised people actually listen to us, to be perfectly honest. I was more in for the fun and just having good talk and laugh with friends. And sometimes it gets very, very wild.
Right.
Especially when Steve throws alcohol in the situation.
Steve throw alcohol into a situation?
Oh, yeah.
Loring, thanks, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for judging. Did a great job.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
The main men.
That's right, buddy.
So we're going to get Eric over here in a second.
Just a second.
We'll get Alan over too. Yeah, you guys come over. But I definitely want to talk to Eric. Alan, our third place. Come on around here.
I'll go around. Oh, there we go.
We'll get Alan on here. Alan was on the 3 editions of Swords and Sabers that we did with San Diego Sabers.
Where am I going?
Pop down. Eric, can you come? Can you make it around?
Yeah, I can make it all around. I can try. No, Eric's gonna go around. Just do this? Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I can pop it in here. So Alan took 3rd place, correct?
Yes.
Eric, what was it like for you judging tonight?
Man, you know what? There were so many good fights.
It was a tough set of fights to call.
Absolutely. But you know what? I got to go with my judges. There's 2 of them and 1 of me.
Right.
And regardless of being head judge or not, if 2 of them saw something and I didn't see it, I'm going to go with them.
That is something that we talked about on the show a little bit because I can't even see you, so I'm going to transition back to us. That's something we talked about a little bit because it's very important that if you see something, you decide on it right away. Like, you don't dilly-dally, you don't futz around, you don't be like, oh, maybe. It's like, either you saw it or you didn't, and it doesn't matter if everybody else saw it too. You got to call what you see.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100% agree.
And the nice thing about the way that, the culture of you guys and, of course, Alan and the people fighting in this tournament is that people are calling their own hits.
Yes.
It's really good to see that.
The level of sportsmanship is
there you go.
So welcome. I love it so much.
So, before we get Alan on, Eric, what was your favorite fight to judge tonight?
Oh, God, my favorite fight to judge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just to watch as a viewer, although you weren't really in that mode.
To watch was probably Alan and Matthew.
That's what Loring said.
Yeah.
That's what Loring said.
Definitely two very skilled
yes.
high-tier combatants.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I loved watching that.
That was a really tough one to call.
It was.
The hits were not easy to see.
No.
Very short volleys.
Yeah.
Not a lot of blade work going on, but not bad blade work going on.
Right. A lot of quick blade work, and I love that. But yeah, it can definitely be hard to call, but amazing to watch.
So, your judges did a great job tonight too.
Yes.
I gotta say.
Yes.
Both Loring and Vic. We didn't get a chance to talk to Vic, but.
And Kenny as well. He judged around as
well.
well.
Yeah, and that was super cool to see.
Yes.
Yes,
indeed.
So whose decision was that? Did you make that decision? Did you say to let Kenny judge?
Oh yeah, Loring was. I don't know. So yeah, he needed a little break. So I asked Kenny to judge.
Yeah, it was nice, and I'm sure Alan appreciated it too. We're gonna find out. Alan,
yes, sir.
Talk, man, about your fighting, about everything.
That was well done. I'm surprised that we got all of that done in 2 hours. It was
less than 2 hours.
That was the most fluid tournament I've been to. So kudos to SDS.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and everything was awesome. I came here to have a good time, and I did, and I placed. So that was fun too.
Yeah.
But I got to fight everybody I wanted to fight, including Eric before the tournament.
Yes,
Great.
We had fun.
Oh wait, almost everybody. I still have to fight you.
Yeah, we haven't fought yet. We're gonna do that.
Right. But we'll get there.
So, you had 4 fights tonight?
I think so. Yes. 4 fights. That makes sense.
And then what was, I got to ask you, what was your favorite one to fight in?
Actually, my favorite one was the first one because every time I go into one of these things, my first fight is always the most important to me.
Right, of course.
Because it breaks all the ice.
Right.
It gets me like, oh yeah, that's right. People are trying to hit me.
Right.
So
right.
It gets me woken up. So that was my best. I thought I love fighting Matthew. I like fighting Doug, and was it Doug or Dennis? I forget.
Doug.
Doug. Okay, so I love fighting Doug.
That was a fun one to watch because of the range difference between you guys.
Yeah, he has long arms.
Yeah, but it was 2 very different styles coming up against each other.
Yeah, so I did more Chinese stuff today than I usually do, so that was fun.
It looked beautiful.
Yeah, well, thanks.
It did, yeah. You were very, you looked very comfortable out there.
Yeah, it was. That's usually I don't fight in any particular style, but I find like fighting Gen or straight sword is my preferred, like my almost automatic. Like if I don't know what else to do, I'm gonna fight like that.
You also had a bit of a look of like a side sword style fighting today.
Well, that's the Niman practitioner in me switching and turning into stuff. There was a little bit of Iaido there. I did with Nick, and a little bit of a Tiger Tornado broadsword as well that I did with. I forget which one that was, but yeah, fighting Matthew is fun. Fighting Nick is just fine because every time we hit each other, you can hear us laughing.
Right.
Because we're just we're 3 years old.
There was a lot of fun being had behind those masks tonight. We could hear laughing all over the place.
Yeah. My favorite part about this is actually also the crowd is actually cheering, too. We're not like it's not like the WWE where there's a good guy and a bad guy.
Right.
We're all good guys, so
Indeed.
it's always fun to actually have fun. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, that's it.
Well, Alan, congratulations on third place. Plug what you do real quick.
PhoenixSaber.com, www.phoenixsaber.com, Phoenix Saber Academy, Phoenix Lightsaber Performance, all the stuff that you can find me, just Alan Venable, and then you can find me on everywhere.
And if you're a college student and want to learn about lightsabers in Arizona.
Yeah, actually, I'm starting a class at Glendale Community College and a class at Estrella Mountain Community College, and also ASU. They've allowed me to actually start swinging sabers for a paycheck, which is fun. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's not a big paycheck, but it's still a paycheck.
Hey, now.
Well, we gotta
Sabers
start
can't be
somewhere.
choosers.
That's right. That's right. Well, awesome.
Congratulations,
Well, thanks,
Alan.
guys.
Well fought tonight, sir.
Yeah. Thank you
And
so much.
check out Alan on San Diego Sabers with the Swords and Sabers editions. So, Eric, there you are. You're still black on screen here. You can make it around at this point, huh?
You can see him. Can you see him?
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. Let me get Eric on here before we finish
Do I
out.
look very creepy?
Creepy as hell. That's the way we do it.
Anyone is.
So, Bead. We're gonna let everybody go soon. We got partying to do, Eric.
It's all good.
But Eric, tell us about what you guys do. Plug San Diego Sabers a little bit because you're the best person to do so.
Oh, well, thank you. We are a full contact lightsaber sparring school, and we teach the 7 traditional forms of lightsaber combat. And it's a great workout. It's a great discipline.
It's a great workout.
A lot of fun. And just a great group of people and a great community.
And Eric, how long have you been training with the lightsaber specifically?
The lightsaber since 2005.
Awesome, awesome. And you have been in different groups, been up the ranks a little bit.
Indeed.
Bead, from an outsider's perspective, so to speak. I mean, you're an insider, you're a Star Wars fan, you like lightsabers, you practice a little bit. But having watched this all, what is something you learned lightsaber-wise?
I don't know.
You can't say I don't know.
I just did. That's a hard question, man.
Or maybe something that you weren't really privy to that you kind of got exposed to tonight through this tournament. Eric, what's something that you learned tonight while Bead thinks? Because you're always learning.
Absolutely. I learned that even though you can see a lot and go through a lot and experience a lot of combat, every match is an opportunity to learn. And I think it's really important to always remember that.
So were these some of the best fights you've seen at a San Diego Sabers tournament, or were these the best fights you've seen at a San Diego Sabers tournament?
These are pretty great. They're definitely up there.
This was awesome. And first national tournament, I would say this was a goddamn success.
I would agree. I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
It was a great
So
time.
SanDiegoSabers.net. You find
SanDiegoSabers.net.
not .com.
No, not yet.
But definitely .net.
Working on it.
And check them out. If you're anywhere in the Southern California area, this is the people you should be checking out. So
Well, thank you. Thank you very
Eric,
much.
congratulations on an excellent tournament.
Thank you.
Well judged and well put together and well run.
Thank you. I loved
Smooth
every second
as
of it.
a baby's ass. Thank you, sir. We're going to close everybody out here in just a minute. And again, make sure you guys share this because it's meant to be shared. It's not about StarBQ, although go visit StarBQpod.com, hashtag think with your stomach, hashtag don't be a fuckstick.
We should wrap up here.
And we're going to get rolling. Share this on everything you know, hashtag for your fandom. And thank you guys for letting us do this.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll see you at the after party.
Peace. Oh, I would say may the force be with you, but
Ain't no fuck stick.